Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make my most viral cookie. It's called the 3-ingredient cookie. It's like a coconut cluster type cookie. It's really good, but it does have a lot of controversy. I don't know why, but people get so mad when I post this cookie. I've done a lot of short form content on this and people in the comments go crazy over it, mostly because they say it's not a cookie, but what do you guys think? Okay, so let's make them. They're actually really easy to make, but people do have a lot of questions about them anytime I post these, so I'm gonna go in and show you guys step by step in real time how to make these cookies. You can make these with cashews or almonds. I just prefer cashews. Okay, so it's 2 cups. 1, 2 cups. So this is the 2nd cup of cashews. Okay, so now we're gonna crush these up a little bit so they're not so chunky. It's probably easier if you actually do this in a Ziploc bag and then you put them in a glass bowl. I don't recommend trying to do this in a bowl. You don't need it too crushed. I just like them crushed, like so they're not complete whole cashew. So I just like to crush them a little bit so they break at least in half. Okay, how does that look? Pretty good? I think this looks okay. There's a few whole cashews still, and that's fine, but like I said, I think the best way to do this would be putting it in a big Ziploc bag, crushing them first, and then putting them in here. You don't want them too fine, but you want them chunky, just like this. This is perfect. Okay, so let's do coconut next. I usually get the unsweetened coconut, and I get the flakes. So I don't use the shredded coconut. You'll see the difference. So if you take a look at this coconut, it's flakes of coconut versus shredded. So I've seen some of you guys make this cookie with shredded coconut, and it probably tastes good, but I like the texture of this one better. So we're gonna do 2 cups. Cup number 2, going in. I don't think you'll find an easier recipe. It is so easy. It's literally, that's pretty much it. So it's coconut, cashews, and then the chocolate. So we're gonna just use 1 cup of chocolate in my cookies, but because I like them a little bit less sweet, but you can use equal parts and do 2-2-2 if you like it really chocolatey. A lot of the comments I get are on this ingredient, and people wanna know where I get it. I usually get this at Whole Foods, but you can order it on Amazon too, or I think people in the comments suggested Walmart. They've seen it at Walmart too, which is cool. Spatula. Okay, so this part, I haven't quite measured out exactly, so let's measure it for you guys today. We're gonna start with 1/2 cup. I usually just pour it in because I do it by eye, and it just needs to be covered. And I think 1/2 cup may be too much, but let's see. Let's go back to a 1/3 cup. Because 1/2 cup looks like a little too much. I've never used this stuff in a coffee, but I kind of want to. Maybe we'll do a coffee when these are baking. Because you will have a little extra. Okay, so we're gonna start with a 1/3 cup of the coconut condensed milk. And you're just gonna pour it over all of the ingredients, and then you're gonna take a spatula, get it all out. And now what you're looking for, you just wanna mix it all in. You wanna get it really covered, but you don't want it liquidy, because then what happens is someone posted a photo of it before. I'll try to find it for you guys, but it's literally, it'll just like spread out on the pan, and it definitely won't look like a cookie anymore. So this is looking good. This is looking good, but I think we do need a little bit more. So maybe 1/2 cup was perfect, but let's see. I keep going and making sure, because see how it's like falling apart completely? You don't really want that look. So let's get a little bit more. What you're looking for, the consistency you're looking for is like when you're mixing it, it will be loose, but you're looking for some stickiness in there. Let's put a little more just in case. I think maybe 1/2 cup was perfect. So we'll put 1/2 cup for the recipe. Okay, so if you look closely, you'll see when I'm mixing it, you'll see like kind of, it's stringy. Let's see if we can get some. Do you see how it's sticky? So that is exactly the texture you want. When you fold it over and you kind of see the strings, you see the stickiness of the condensed milk, but you don't want to see it too liquidy, if that makes sense. I hope that helps. Okay, so that looks perfect. And I always use these silicone mats. I actually get them on Amazon. And they are so awesome because you don't have to keep using parchment paper. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is you're gonna take that third cup and we're gonna just start portioning them out. Several people in my comments suggested that I should put apricots in them. So I'm actually gonna cut a couple up. I'm not gonna put them in all of them, but I'm gonna add them to a few and we'll do a taste test at the end and see if it tastes good. Let's open these. Because I think it sounds good. And I love your guys' suggestions. It's so much fun. I'm just gonna cut them into little cubes. I've never actually cooked apricots into cookies before, so let's see how this goes. But it sounds delicious. I love oatmeal raisin cookies, so dried fruit in cookie sounds delicious. So thank you guys for suggesting them. So let's do the cookies first, so you guys can see. Okay, so I use the cup that I measured in, and I take scoops, and then I'll just put it right onto the cookie sheet. And it does fall apart, so that's okay. I just flatten them down a little bit and then put them into a little cookie shape, a circle. And then that's how they'll cook. So don't be afraid that they're falling apart. They don't spread out too much, so you can get them kind of close together. Perfect. How do they look? Delicious? A little trick I like to do is if some of them don't have chocolate on the top, I'll just take a couple of the chocolate pieces and put them right on the top because it just makes it look really appetizing when it comes out. Very chocolatey and delicious. And then you're gonna just make sure that they're in a circle because that's how they'll bake. So they don't really spread out or anything. So however you have them on here is pretty much how they'll stay. They'll spread out just a little bit with the coconut condensed milk, but they won't spread out like a cookie will. Perfect. Okay, let's put these in the oven. I'm gonna start them at 12 minutes, but I like to just see when they look toasted. So we'll start at 12 minutes at 350. So I set the oven, I put the oven on before I even started so that it was hot and they could go right in. And then, yeah, we're gonna start it, we'll leave it in for about 12 minutes and see how they are. Okay, we're gonna add the apricots. So I chopped them all up and I did about, I don't know how many I did, but there's probably like a third of a cup in there. And I'm gonna mix them all up. They look really good. Do you think we should do more than that, or do you think that looks good? This is my first time doing this one with the apricots, so we'll play it by ear, but it looks good. Another thing I want to try with these cookies is adding marshmallows. I think it would taste super good. Like a s'more version of this, even like graham cracker crumble. Oh my gosh. Put an icing on top. This looks cool. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try these ones. I feel like the apricot will give it such a unique flavor. With the chocolate, I don't know how it's gonna taste, but hopefully it's good. These cookies are pretty much my daughter loves these cookies, and I like them because they're healthier version of a cookie. So they have they're gluten-free, they're dairy-free, they're not nut-free, unfortunately, but they're egg-free. So they're very allergy-friendly. Okay, I'm surprised that they look so good. I'm so excited to try these. Okay, they're going in. Perfect. Now we have to wait 8 minutes.
You should keep the strings in here.
Okay.
But there weren't, the last time we got it, there weren't any strings in there.
So I think the perfect time would be like 14 minutes, but these look really good. Okay, now you have to let them cool off completely because if you try to pick them up right now, they'll fall apart. So I let them cool off for a good 20 minutes before we try to eat these. Okay, and we're all done. It took about 14 minutes in the oven, but this is a little too toasted. There's a couple that are perfect. Like my perfect cookie would be right here. So it looks toasted all over. This one's a little too dark. You see the difference? So try to keep an eye on them when they're in the oven and make sure that they're just slightly toasted all over. Should we do a taste test? Let me show you how easy they are. Look, they just come right off the silicone mold. And they are the perfect cookie. Let's try it. Delicious. I think it's delish. I don't know what people are talking about. That's not cookie. Okay, let's try this one.
This one's fine.
It looks so good. Okay. Oh my gosh. I actually love that. That gives it like a different texture because it has this chewiness to it. These are like crunchy and then chocolatey, but it's really good. I don't know which one I would like better. I think it's different. I might try these again with no chocolate and just the apricots to see how that tastes, but yeah, great job. It's a great suggestion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you love these cookies and let me know how they turn out for you. See you guys next week.